G'day and welcome back to Project Twin VNT. In the last episode, I decided how much boost I planned to run, and the vanes were finally moving under their own steam. Well, not steam, air. Not their own air, other air. But they were moving. In this episode, there's just a couple of things left to do on the engine, and I have a heap of trouble with my audio. I've now got two EGT wires and a boost line loitering around in the middle of my engine bay, so I'm going to get them out of the way with a bit of conduit. Nothing fancy here, just a piece of 3/4 inch copper pipe and a pair of slightly squished conduit clamps. There we go. Change out the clutch for a heavy duty one, spin it around, and then quickly swap over the fuel pumps. And there it is. This is as far as I'm going to take it for now, until it's installed in the car. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Remember this patrol from way back at the beginning? Well, it started, just, and I've got it back in the garage. With this one back in the garage, I'm tempted to start tearing it apart and throw the new engine in. But there's a bunch of little jobs that I'm going to have to do at some point anyway, and I want to get them out of the way now. The first of which are these side steps which I've nicked off the other car. As a result, they're a bit too long around the back of the front doors, and I don't have a mount for them up the front here. This is how they mounted on the other car, but I'm not really happy with the strength of this, so I'm going to use something else. This is a pipe or barrel union, and it's used to join two pieces of threaded pipe where you can't rotate one or the other one. This piece, the outer collar, slips over the piece on the left and threads onto the piece on the right, squeezing these two faces together. Time to cut off the old mounts then. And here's one of the barrel unions badly tacked into place. I want to add another union down here for a bit of extra strength, so I'm going to have to cut up some shapes of pipe to fill in the gap. For the bend, I've got my trusty spreadsheet, but up the top I'm going to have to join the two together at a weird angle like this. Now what I'd like to use to do this is a notcher, but I don't have one of those. What I do have is another spreadsheet. Same as before, cut out the shape from the spreadsheet, wrap it around the pipe and draw it on. And after cutting along the line, that's not a bad fit. And here it is, badly tacked into place. When I built this 7-foot tray, I didn't realise that some things are longer than that, so I'm going to make myself a set of pipe racks. At the front, it'll be a pretty standard slot-in arrangement, but at the back, I want to avoid drilling any holes in my wooden floor, and I obviously can't drill any holes in the metal framework or all the air will escape, so I'm going to have to come up with some other method of attachment. I'll start with these two bits of angle that go on here and here. For the shape, I'm going to mimic this roll bar at the front of the tray. There it is all laid out. And there it is welded together. I can now use this to set the height of the front bar. All I need is a 6-meter straight edge. Luckily, I just happen to have one lying around, in the form of this piece of 4-inch stainless tube. I'm drilling and tapping 2 holes on either side of the bull bar, the idea being, with the ladder racks removed, this is the only remaining modification you'll see. I've made some very simple brackets and bolted them on. Then I'll just measure the height I need. And done. Alright, back to fixing the rear ones down. What I'd like to do here to hold these down is some sort of over centre latch, a bit like a giant one of these. However, that would normally mean that the handle folded upwards and I would prefer the handle to fold downwards, so I'm going to have to make one in reverse. Without a perfectly clear idea of what I was going to do, I started making some brackets, drilling some holes in a bit of pipe, and here's what I've come up with. I'm going to need a piece of pipe cut in half lengthways, a couple of brackets, some stainless washers, some linkages, some bits of steel flat bar, some solid 10mm stainless rod, some hollow 1/2 inch stainless tube, and most of that all again for the other side. I'm pretty sure this is going to work. For anyone who's ever done any sort of work with a lathe before, I apologise for what you're about to see. I really wish I had a lathe. And we're ready for assembly. Not too shabby. That'll do. Just one more piece to add. That'll do for episode 6. The TD42 is ready to go in, and this car has all the necessary bar work to make that happen. Thanks for watching.